Whoa.
Yeah, that was the intro pretty much. That's all I got.
That works.
That works. Like
Yeah.
1 second intro with the freaking goats. That's all I got, really. Hello, guys, and welcome to another episode of Collectors Night. And while we're waiting for Costa, Pop Culture Living Room, I have this fine gentleman in the house. We have Anthony, who was celebrating his birthday yesterday. I was super drunk, and he was able to recover. He was drinking a lot of coffee, and he's here with us. How you doing, my friend?
I'm good. I didn't do any of that. No, but it was. I'm kidding. Yeah, no, I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. Appreciate it very much. Had a fun birthday, man. So appreciate that. And it's gonna be fun. It'll be fun tonight.
Yeah, it's gonna be a fun show, And of course, we have Desi from Metamorphic Customs in the house.
Hello, sir, and happy belated birthday to him.
Hello, can you hear me? Oh, sorry. Are you talking to me? Okay.
Yes, we can hear you.
Looking
I'm
forward to
sorry,
tonight.
my headphones weren't on, so I wasn't sure who you were speaking to, and it's been a very hectic day, but it's been an amazing day on top of that. So
Yeah, no, I saw the pictures. And talking about Wish, we have Costa in the house. Welcome, sir.
hey, how's it going, everybody? Thank you for having me on, Dante. I missed you and the guys. But yeah, I just got back from New York Comic-Con, and my daughter had a blast. Even had Tom Kenny sing to her, and yeah, I posted it. He's such a great guy. Wasn't supposed to do that, but he did it for her. It's her birthday this weekend, so yeah. So I'm excited to talk some figures.
Well, happy birthday to her, man.
Thank you.
No problem. And I know that you were on Comic-Con earlier today. I took the day off, and my goal was to try to get the collection tour ready. But of course, still working on it. I think you guys are gonna like it. I literally changed the whole thing here, and as you can see, I have the Mojo cases up and running in my back.
It's really a green screen. I saw him take a picture. I showed him how to put it there.
Looks good though.
Yeah, it looks great though, right?
Very
A great green
professional
screen.
green screen.
Amazing.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
I have my PS5 here. Like, dude, you have no idea how much, like work I put into this thing. Even though it's like such a small space. So kudos to people who has like a huge space and they do a whole, like entire makeover, like painting, changing here and there. This is a small space, and I felt like I did so much in such a little space, man. And cable management was one of the biggest thing. I mean, I try my best to hide the cables in a proper way, just kind of put it in the back. Actually, I did that with the Mojo cases. But other than that, like this desk is a brand new one, so I can actually put it up and down. So, I have to put the cables underneath. I put a plug underneath as well. So, I try my best to make it look nice, comfortable, and I think I accomplished the goal, man. I feel very comfortable working because, I work from home as well. So, I just can't wait to show you guys. I think you guys are going to like it. All the pictures and everything. I'm editing right now. So I've been very busy for the past few days. We have a long weekend here in the US. So I just can't wait to show you. And of course, before I start saying hi to everyone on the chat, I'm going to run the intro because this is how we start Collectors Night. All right, so let me say hi to the people on the chat because you guys have been amazing, and I know I've been absent for the past couple of weeks, and a lot of things happened, in 2 weeks. But really, not new releases, few releases, but only Echo. I think that was the most anticipated one. But other than that, it's been kind of quiet. So I want to say hi to Chris K, member of the channel, notification on and counting down. Thank you, my friend. Welcome in. We have Punisher XS in the house, Mark Attack, 12-inch Moose Dream, Peace. OG fan when Star Wars was just Star Wars in the house. James C, as always, here. Thank you so much, my friend, for joining us. We have, oh my goodness, Chris Santos in the house. What's up, Chris? Xeno, SBIM. We have Blackbird Tech in the house. Hello, everyone. Sam Short. We have Carlos Ariseki.
What's up, man? Friend of mine.
How are you? Well, Anthony is in the house. We have Chuck
Bam.
G in the house. Bisker Kid, what's up, my friend? Welcome in. Ash Chase in the house. What's up, everybody? How you doing, my friend? Let me see. We have William Owens in the house. I wish the R5D4 was bundled up with the Jawa and 2-bit droids, and BD72 were part of another pack. We're gonna talk about that. Kind of smart what Hot Toys did. Kind of very smart, very smart. We have King is Pinkster in the house. They won pre-order for him. And welcome, everyone. Thank you so much for stopping by. So we're going to start the show talking about that. We had a new announcement earlier today. So if I can share my screen. I think I just forgot how to use this thing.
You just got to move and click. Move and click. Move and click. Okay.
That's true. All right, so let me see if this is the one. Yeah, that's the one. All right, let's put it on the top. All right, let's talk about this particular announcement here. So I'm going to start with Costa. Costa, were you surprised to see the droids being announced? Or this droids,
I was
rather.
Well, I wasn't surprised that these droids were announced because we've seen them. They showcased them already a couple of times. So I was kind of expecting them, not today. Like my crystal ball didn't say, "Hey, we're gonna get droids today," but they were a surprise for a drop for today. So I thought we were gonna get something else, but droids it is, and I think they, it's people have been waiting to get an R5D4, and for the people who like the prequels, you have the pit droid, and then your BD droid from the game. I know these were all in Book of Boba Fett, but packaging them together, I think that was very, very smart of them, and because how many how many old schoolers are going to get pit droids? You saw them. Were they even put into any of the special editions? I can't remember.
I think so.
Yeah, and so you would have a lot of pit droids hanging out, unless you did like a 2-pack. But now you have like 2 really desirable droids, and then the pit droid. You give me a oh man, God, give me the pod racer. Give me a pod racer too. Like, I mean, it would be massive, but who cares? We're all talking about the N1. We have pit droids now. Let's get the pod racer out there. But yeah, I'm going to get these. There's no debate because you have the R5D4 can go with your OT, A New Hope. So yeah, I think smart for them to bundle all 3, and they look good. Can you really fuck up droids? I guess you can, Sideshow with their R2D2, but Hot Toys, they are with their droids. I love my deluxe R2. So yeah, it was a pleasant surprise today. Yeah.
It was very unexpected, to be honest with you, but I think they were pretty smart, Desi, and I'm gonna go with you on this one. But before you start with your comments, I want to say hi to my Mandalorian Huntress. I'm still looking at my camera used to be here, so that's why I'm looking at the freaking light. Mandalorian Huntress, welcome. Thank you so much for stopping by. So I have to get used to this, Desi.
You're gonna be like this all night, bro.
Look at the light.
What do you guys think over there?
Dude, I'm telling you, because my camera was
I know your
here
instinct.
all the time. So I'm like, anyway, I have to kind of like maybe I'm gonna change the camera here just so I'm not, you know. But the thing is, like, it's gonna face the wall, so that's the problem. But anyway, Desi, so were you surprised to see this, or was this something that it was a smart move by Hot Toys? You know, if you saw the Mandalorian trailer, you know what I mean.
Yeah, no, it's I'm not surprised. I mean, they show this off at various cons, you know, this year. I'm just surprised it came with a pit droid, right? Because normally they showed off like 3 of the pit droids and had 3 different color schemes on all the 3 pit droids, and all of a sudden they just throw one in with this guy. It's like, okay, cool. I'm not mad at it. You know, they all look good. The pit droid and what is it, BD, whatever his number is, and R5. It's a classic, right? So this all looks good. Not surprised. Smart move. This will get bought up immediately. So once it hits in stock. So looking good.
Go ahead.
No, I'm just wondering now, how much did they make, or how much are they going to make? I should say. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. You know, so far, I mean, I think it was a smart move, Anthony, by Hot Toys. If you saw the Mandalorian trailer, right, you saw that this guy was with Mandalorian. So kind of smart to kind of get this figure first. So by the time we get the N1 fighter, which I think we're gonna get it, and the new Din Djarin figure from the Mandalorian, the one with the head sculpt, I think it's gonna be cool to have them all together, right?
Yeah, no, I do. I totally do. Yeah, because we see him with Mando in the trailer, so we know that's probably going to be, his droid for a while. But I'm all for it, man. Like, I'm more excited about this than like humans. I've always loved droids in Star Wars. You know, the droids and the creatures are what drew me in as a kid. It wasn't the actors, right? We were young. You know, the story was neat, as a kid. But when you see all these cool aliens and all these cool droids, that's what drew me in. So, and make no mistake, man, droids are hot items. Droids are hot items. I don't know how long these are going to sit around for, especially now with whatever the hell Hot Toys and Sideshow's doing together. But I agree with Desi, though. I think it's kind of weird. I didn't think they were going to throw in a pit. Honestly, I thought R5 was just going to come out by himself. Personally. I was just like, oh, it's just going to be like another R2, kind of release, that type of thing. Maybe he won't be too expensive. There's not much to him. So I didn't think they were going to pair it in. I thought, like, we would get the mechanic girl, what was her name? Like, Peli Motto or something like that. I forgot her name. Yeah, I thought maybe we would get her with, a couple pit droid accessories, right? But I don't see any. Don't never underestimate droids, man. These are badass. So I'm totally in. It's tricky because they kind of make you want to buy a couple because you want more pit droids, right? And the only thing you can do is if maybe you can buy 2, because then you can take one of your R5s, right? Put it with your New Hope stuff. Take the other R5, put it with Mando or something, depending on how the show goes in season 3. Have a couple of pit droids. Have a couple of, BDs. Don't know what you do with them, right? I think you probably only need one of them, but I don't know. It's weird. It's always a weird thing when they make bundles, right? I mean, especially as a three piece like this. And granted, BDs, they're all smallish, but still, right? It's like, damn, what if you want multiple pit droids? That's an issue. But otherwise, it's freaking sweet, dude. I'm totally down. I'm buying these.
Yeah, no, and I do agree. It's tough because I was thinking about that. If you want to get, let's say, 4 of these pit droids, and you have to buy 4 bundles, pretty much.
Yeah, right. And then 4 R5s, and
you see, they have 3 here. It's like, really,
The weird thing is, though, I don't know if it's the lighting. Are they different?
Yeah, no, they have different paint apps.
Yeah, they look different.
Yeah,
they look different.
Middle one has a brown head.
Yeah,
one on the
yeah. I mean, look at the chest areas too. Like, they are different droids. So that means there's other droids. So yeah, so maybe she is coming, and she'll come with at least 2 pit droids or something. And then if you want to have 3, then you got to buy the droid pack so you can complete the 3. That's what they're doing. That's it. There it is.
Yeah, and before we continue, I want to say hi to Brother Cousins, who I just saw.
My dude.
I think What did I do?
Yeah.
Here we go. Brother Chris is in the house. What's up, Jay? Thank you so much for stopping by, my friend. I do appreciate it. And of course, we have Oh My Balls in the house. Yo, what's up, man? Welcome in. Thank you so much for stopping by. Yeah, this is a different variation. I mean, different colors and all that. So does that mean that maybe they're gonna do more of these big droids? Maybe they're gonna do a bundle with 3 of them. So you can
I think we'll get her, and then we'll get 2 droids with her.
Yeah.
You think so too?
I would not
because-
go out and buy 4 boxes of this just to get more pit droids, because I'm sure you'll get them.
I don't think anybody will. Right? No. Just because you're getting all the extras. How are you going to do with 4 R5 droids? Like, it just doesn't, but these, I mean, because when you look at I never even thought about it until just now as we're looking at it. Like, she could come with 2. And then this pack is just that extra 1, right? If you wanted to have the 3, and then you're like, oh, okay, I got to buy them. Now I got to buy them both, right?
Right.
Got to buy them both, put them together. That's typical advertising. So, yeah, they're different. They're definitely different right here. I didn't even realize that last night.
Red Reviews in the house. What's up, my friend? Thank you so much for stopping by. He says, just popping in. Hope everyone is well. Loving that background, Dante. Good to see you back. Thank you so much, my friend. I kind of miss you guys. I miss the whole thing. I feel like, okay, I have to get ready. I need to go back to do this thing. Even though it was 2 weeks, it feels like a long time, really. It does feel like a long time. But no releases, really. No major releases. We only got, the Boba Fett and the Throne. We got the Echo, which I can't wait to have that figure to show you guys. Even though I haven't seen the show, that figure looks freaking amazing. I know. It does.
Don't sleep on the animation. Don't sleep on the animation.
I'm trying, really. I'm really trying.
I try to, man. I struggle.
It's tough. You see, thank you, Anthony.
It's not easy.
It's not easy. I'm telling you, it's not easy.
You guys, come on.
No, it's just watch the episodes that are good. Other episodes are just fillers. It's like, oh God. But then there's some episodes that are better than the movies. So
yeah, there was some really good ones. I mean, I'm season 6 of Clone Wars.
Oh, really?
So almost done. But honestly, if I thought about it, I probably should have read a list online and just watched key. Story, because the story arcs are really cool.
Yeah.
But there's not a whole lot, right? Like you said, there's a lot of filler in there too. So you're like, oh shit, I got stuff to do. But if I watch, going back, I can rewatch some of those parts. And you're like, all right, those are pretty cool arcs.
Yeah, no, it is. But I'm gonna try my best to watch it. I'm probably gonna watch a few episodes and see, just to, I'm just gonna bypass the Clone Wars. I'm just gonna watch Bad Batch. Fuck it. But this is pretty much everything this bundle comes with. I don't know. Did they already put the price on this or no? Not yet.
$285, bro.
$285.
I thought it was $265.
That hurts.
Is it?
Probably Josh.
Maybe it was $265. It's $285 or $265. Either way, it's not a bad price.
It was not a bad price. Is this R5D4 diecast? Any parts of it? Or is it just plastic?
It doesn't say it. I looked for that.
There was no real description there. Anything like that. It's, weathered paint applications, great articulations. That's just kind of how they explained it. They didn't really break down anything.
How much was the Jawa and the droid and the whatever that droid was? The box droid.
I think he was almost $3, wasn't he?
Really?
Yeah, that was overpriced.
Oh, wow.
I guess
very overpriced.
Yeah, this is $265.
That's not bad then.
$265. Josh Kamikaze probably has a bit cheaper than that. But I want to say hi to Graham in the house. The Jedi Knights Watch. Thank you so much for stopping by. What's good, everyone? Dante Dinosauр blue screen. Thank you so much, my friend. And my floors are very shiny too. That's what you can see. I wanted to buy a mat or something. So because it's very shiny, man.
It's very shiny. I thought it was another shelf that you had underneath for a minute. I was like, oh, but no, it's the floor, yeah.
Yeah, it's the floor. Very shiny. Now everyone is going to look at my floors. Actually, I was looking into one carpet, and I saw the Han Solo one on the carbonite. And I was thinking, should I buy that carpet? Then I saw Tomtom too. No, not Tomtom. The Wampa. I don't know if you saw that rug. Looks like a Wampa, like that. So I was thinking to get one too, but it's too white, and I have a 4-year-old, so you don't want to. It's not a good combination, man. Let me tell you that. So now, are you guys gonna get this, or you guys gonna pass and just gonna wait?
No, I'm gonna get it.
No, it's coming home. Yeah.
Pass.
What?
Yeah, it's just it's cool. I mean, I don't. Yeah, no. I'd rather say 265 for like a main character or something. Not that this is bad in any way. It's not a bad price either. It's just cool enough. If I get a deep discount, then I might pick it up.
I just want the R5 to go with my New Hope line.
That's the thing. That's the only one I really want too.
Yeah.
Right. Like so.
But then if they release her and we get a couple more pit droids, then I think that would be kind of neat, right? So I can justify that one, and then you can just take the BD droid and kind of have it, floating about with them, together, and be like, okay.
If they ever released a Cal or something,
but then he'd come with like BD1 though or something. So
true,
right?
Mm-hmm.
They can't give us a Cal Kestis without the droid. I'd be like, what? So that's why I thought that too, right? I was like, well, if they ever give us a Cal, but then I'm like, no, they have to give him the droid.
So Mark Attack says, what if they put Pelimoto with a droid and then as another 2-pack, a Yawa and another pit droid?
I'll take it.
Yeah, that's
good combo.
They could do it that way. So then you're like, oh, I have to buy 3 other items I may not be that interested in just to get all the droids.
You know what? I think we're going to see all those characters coming. The Mandalorian has been a hit. I mean, you see how many figures we got? We got a lot of freaking figures, man, from the Mandalorian.
Oh, it's huge. Dude, I was starting to count them, over my head, and I was like, they're almost surpassing the original trilogy as terms of figures. I'm like, God damn, dude. But you know what is interesting, too, though, is that, like, and I mentioned this last night in my group when I saw these pop. This is like, we're one step closer, dude. Like, I swear that N1's coming. I don't see how it couldn't. They're arranging all the pieces, and can you imagine getting that thing?
That thing is
all this cool stuff.
That thing is so big. Like, it'll look cool, man, but people don't realize that thing's 6 feet long.
Yeah, but there's going to be some people that are going to buy it. It's not for everybody. I mean,
if you can like mount it on the wall, like straight, even if you think you don't have the space, you can mount it on the wall.
Yeah,
cool.
Or even like kind of have it angled so so you're going a little more vertical, so you don't take up so much real estate in that sense. Like I don't know. I figured why not just make the damn thing. It will sell. It's not like clearly not everybody's going to buy it. Shit, half the people don't even buy vehicles. So, but there are going to be people that are going to be like, oh shit, the Starfighter, I'm buying that. There's a market.
That's true. That's true. Then we got another, well, not another, but we got another release. And it was this one.
Ugh.
Is that Black Widow?
Yeah.
What the hell happened, man? I mean, the likeness on the Endgame was really freaking good. Let me tell you that. It was very good. And this was supposed to be younger. And it looks older. So what happened?
She did look older in the movie, though. Well, she was older. But she did look like different in that movie. Like, she lost a lot of weight. So, but the point is, like, this production version does not look like the prototype. It's not terrible, though.
Yeah, I know.
Well, that's the perfect example, like, that we've talked about before in the past, right? Where, like, this is, in my opinion, the perfect example is when sometimes prototypes look better than the final product, right? A lot of times we have final product that look a lot better than prototypes. I don't know I think her head is way too big. She looks like a potato, and it's just it's distracting me. The only thing I think that's better is they have, because I was really looking at these earlier. They really improved the paint apps. I think the paint apps on the face are much, much better than the previous version. But there's something off with the sculpt, man. There's just something off with the sculpt. I can't pinpoint it, but it doesn't look like her.
One thing I noticed with the prototype is that the strands of hair were closer to the sides of the face, which changed, gives the impression that the contour of the face is different. Here, they're kind of like flared out, throws everything off. I don't know if it's just that or not, but yeah, it's not perfect. They've done better.
I hate the hair. Like, I hate it. It just, It just looks like a lump of
What, Mary?
like plastic. I don't know. I hate it. Like I've never said like I hate a figure, but I hate that hair. I was gonna say her. I don't like the complexion on the skin is off to me too. I don't know. Maybe it's the lights. It just turned out bad.
It's like another Bucky,
Yeah.
kind of,
Yeah.
right? Where you're like, oh,
Good point.
okay, it's out. Like, and it's not to like shit on it, right? Because I mean, they put in their work, but I feel like there's just the sculpt is not. I mean, have they ever really gotten her right? I mean, I think Endgame was pretty solid.
I think Endgame was pretty
Endgame.
solid.
You know,
Yeah.
I think
I think
Endgame
was the
pretty
best
solid.
so far.
Yeah.
I still have
I-
it, by the way. If you guys want to buy it, I'm still selling it.
Well, I mean, it's just she just looks like she has a big head. I think the proportions are like way off. I don't know. There's something. My eye is looking at it and saying, "Hey, guy, there's something wrong," and I don't know what it is. I can't figure it out. I don't know if it's the spaghetti hair and the proportions. I think the paint looks good, and I think the body looks good. I'm sure the articulation's decent for this. The suit's cool, but you're gonna be looking at the face too, right? That doesn't look like her to me.
Yeah, and I always said it. If the head sculpt is good, no matter what lighting you use, it's gonna be good. Go ahead, Costa.
I was gonna say, didn't they also add like ankle articulation to this one finally? Like,
No, still no split
no.
cut.
Oh, I thought that they
As
added.
far as what I was told,
That's
Look
I
at,
don't know.
that was
Look at her
for me,
left
it would
foot.
have been the seller. Yeah, you're right. Maybe it's the white suit. I don't know. I thought one of them they finally did something about the ankle, because how can you have a figure like this who, you know, does really bendy poses, her like main pose, you need that ankle articulation. But yeah, that's I really thought that this was one of them. Huh.
But you know what? I think, okay, yeah, I agree the head looks bigger, right? But I like the hair. I think Hot Toys is
Really?
getting better in a sculpted hair. Yeah, because this is sculpted. I mean, it looks really good, you know, but the paint application is good, really, but I don't know, the likeness is not there. I think they went definitely one step back compared to the Endgame Black Widow. I think that
I
one
think if
was
they
fantastic.
shrunk her head like 6 or 7%,
neck's too long.
yeah,
I think that's-
something's.
Look at where her head's sitting in this picture. It's like
know.
unhumanly off to the left or to her right. Yeah, her neck's too long. Scarjo's neck's not that long.
The suit looks improved. I mean, seems to be fabric.
The suit
Right.
looks really cool.
So I guess articulation will not be a problem, as you can see on this picture. Actually, this one looks pretty good. But yeah, I guess they needed to release this figure, right? They had no choice. Just get it out. They
Well,
just
I mean,
get it out.
do you think there's part of a, well, the movie bombed, so we don't have to put too much work into a figure, like as they do, like over the years, like when certain things aren't very successful.
Yeah, but this is the thing, and I'm just gonna put my hat on a business, right? So if you're making a figure, right, from a movie, regardless of how a movie is doing, you need to kind of like put the effort and make sure that the figure is good, because you know you already having orders from people. People are ordering this thing, so you don't want to get like just a trashy figure just because the movie didn't do good. So
Well, no,
you
but
know,
I don't know if they would put in their best work, though, is what I mean.
but that's not good then, because they
Right.
should, regardless of how the movie does. But anyway, go ahead, Costa.
I was gonna say, yeah, that's definitely not how you want to run a business, to be like, oh, the movie is doing shitty. But I
Barbie
see,
with a
I
red
see
hair.
where you're coming from. I pulled it up on my other screen because I did a new setup, so I wanted to like get like the outfit definitely is good, but there's something in the face.
Yeah, people are
There,
saying
but she's not there.
people are saying it's the eyes. Well, it's always the eyes,
think?
but that's across every head sculpt, especially female head sculpts. They tend to make the eyes too small. Like, and
I-
females usually have bigger eyes. So yes, the eyes are off on this one. But in addition to the eyes on this one, there is more off. Yeah.
Like,
Tom
I
Holland
was
in the
gonna
wig.
say, I think the disappointment really comes when you had that sculpt from Endgame be as good as it was, and then you move to something like this, where you're expecting improvement upon your previous one, because that's what they did with this character. It seemed like each iteration, there was an improvement, and then to go a couple steps back on this one, it just kind of feels, you're just. I feel bad for the artists. Like, I know that they put a lot of time in on it, and I don't know.
No, that makes sense. That's like Obi-Wan. If they don't, when Obi-Wan comes out and the blogger photos don't show like an updated head sculpt, I'm probably not gonna buy him.
Yeah.
Because I feel like my Alec Guinness Obi-Wan, for me, I said that's just great, right? So if like, can you match it or better? Is kind of what I'm understanding, like with what you're saying. Like, so for me, that Obi-Wan, I thought that was the worst sculpt of the Obi-Wan show so far, right? Like, I thought the Grand Inquisitor, Reva, the other, they all look really, really, really good. I'm like, whoa, what'd you do to Obi-Wan? So I'm gonna reserve judgment until it's out, because again, they've often done that. They've updated the sculpts, and you're like, oh, okay, that looks way better. Because if you feel like it's a downgrade, like in that, you have an Endgame one who most people are saying looks better, that you would expect the newer iteration to be equal or greater, right?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Yeah, this one I'm still not 100%. I think paint application, yes, is better and all that. I mean, it has to be, right? But the likeness is definitely not there, and that's a bummer, because they could have just used the same Endgame head sculpt and just put the new hairstyle, and that's it. I mean, really, they didn't have to do nothing else but improve the paint application, which they did. So I guess they just wanted to redesign, or maybe it's the same head sculpt, but they just painted it in a different way. And
No, it's different. The proportions are different. If they used the same one, people would complain. So they,
we know
they
who's-
had, they
we
would
know
though.
who
They'd be like,
sculpted
what
it?
the hell? We didn't get a new sculpt. Like,
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true.
They're
That's true.
lazy.
Yeah, that's not good, but I mean, I guess it is what it is, right? It is what it is.
Yeah.
well, not everything's a winner.
Yeah, that's true. Not everything is. a winner.
It never is. It never is. There's some that are just completely amazing, and then there's some that are, like, okay, it's all right. Then it's
I'm
up to you
wondering-
whether or not you like it.
I'm wondering who sculpted the Endgame one and who sculpted this one. Is it the same person? Different?
Well,
Just
I
curious.
checked last night to look, and they didn't show names on the
I know.
sculpt or the painters. I was
Oh.
like, okay, I don't know.
They're hiding
was-
already. I'm
No,
like,
they
put my
really
name
did.
on
I
it.
didn't see it because
Yeah.
I was interested. Not to like knock on them, but I wanted to know. Like, sometimes I would do that too. I would always look and see who was the sculptor, who was the painter, and I'm like, oh, okay, that's why that one was badass, because there's a pattern I'm noticing. You know what I mean by different artists that just
Right.
have a different style, or a style that I'm more in tune with, rather.
Right. So we got Black Widow, which we all agree is not the best version, and whoever gets the figure, good for you, but definitely not for me. I didn't watch the movie, and regardless if whether I watch it or not, I will buy it if I like it. Taskmaster looks way better, I think, from the line. I think we can all agree that that's the best figure. But other than that, I think it seems to be rushed. I think they could have just wait a little bit. But again, I guess they just want to get rid of these figures, man. They need to release stuff, really. And we're in Q4. Believe it or not, we're in Q4. So a lot of things are going to happen. So we're going to get busy for real. And
Yeah, if history repeats itself, this is like the worst quarter of the year.
this is the worst quarter of the year. I mean, we got already three releases. If you think about it, we got the reissue of War Machine. We got Black Widow, and we got this guy. We got Echo also released. So we got 3 figures so far, and by far this is the best release, and we all can agree on that. Whether you watch the Bad Batch or not, you just need to appreciate the art on this. This figure is freaking amazing, man. Like from the suit, from the different accessories, the head sculpt. I'm gonna start with Anthony because Star Wars fan. We know. What do you think?
Well,
about this release?
this is what's cool to me. Is because I have not watched this show, so I'm judging it from a different point of view, right?
It is asshole, right?
You know, because if I watched the show and I was like, the show sucked or whatever, then that may influence my, so I'm coming in like with no knowledge whatsoever. I'm just looking at the figure as a figure, and I think he looks badass, dude. I was talking about it the other day. I wasn't sure like if this was like one of those situations where, you know how sometimes people just buy stuff because it looks cool. If that would end up being that situation here with me, like if I were to get the entire batch, like if they did the entire batch, it'd just be a cool display. Just have them as a team. That's it.
Mhm.
Yeah, maybe eventually I'll check it out or watch a recap or something, but just not knowing. I mean, I have a general idea. I know what they are, right? I just haven't watched the show. But I think it looks badass, dude. I think it's really cool that each individual one is unique in their own way. The problem is I like all the helmets too, so I don't even know if I would display the sculpts, but I still think that sculpt's really cool.
You put them next to Locutus, it'll fit right in.
I know, that's what I'm saying, right? It has this kind of Borg stuff to it. You know what I mean? It's like it's very it's really cool, man. I like the arm, dude. I do like the sculpt, but the helmet's sick too. It's messed up, man. It is, man, because I'm like,
Yeah, this thing
it's like, oh shit. But I could get these and just get the team and then back off. Right? Because I don't want to I got like all my OT, I got like all my Mando. That's it. Right? But if you do this, you could be like, you know what, okay, I've got a team. Or same with the Obi-Wan. Like I would just get the Inquisitors,
right,
and Vader and a couple Purge Troopers. And that's one shelf, right? And that's just the representation. And you don't have to go too deep down all these other lines. But overall, no, dude, this thing looks awesome. It's a cool looking figure, man.
Well, he got his this morning. Oh, look good for you, my friend. I'm telling you, Desi, this figure just for the art itself, for the accessories, for everything. This thing looks amazing. I mean, the color, the red with the silver with the scratches. You can tell by this picture. I mean, I'm gonna have it, so I'm gonna review it. Stay tuned for that. The body from the clone troopers. The 501st Battalion, the Coruscant Guard, and all those. The articulation is actually pretty good. Ratcheted joints. You can do really cool dynamic poses. I think this is gonna be the same thing.
Yeah, it really looks amazing. They spent a lot of money on molds for this. Not only on the armor and on the head, so props to them for that. And it just looks amazing. This is right up my alley. And I've always been the one to say, hey, I don't care if the movie sucked or if the property sucks. Like if the design looks good, I'm gonna get it. It's all about what that production artist did, and this looks amazing. I'm okay with just having one. I don't have to complete the team. It'd be nice to do that, have that option. But if I just really like this guy, I'll pick him up. And I'm going to pick this guy up. But this looks amazing. Like, great job all around.
I'm wondering if they can, if you need to remove the head sculpt to put the helmet.
I remember them saying it. I think it's like a 2-part helmet. I could be wrong.
Oh, like the snapback where you can
maybe. I could have sworn they said that. Maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah, and with 105 people watching, please hit the like button, guys, and subscribe to my friends' channels here. Anthony 6L Mafia, Desi, Metamorphic Costumes, and of course, Costa Pop Culture Living Room. All these guys are amazing. And shout out to Joao. I know he's working. He couldn't make it, or maybe he will later. Who knows? But shout out to you, my friend, as well. Costa, what are your thoughts about this release? Are you excited to see this guy in your collection? Are you going to get it? Or
He's on the way.
Ooh.
Like look. I'm representing the my Bad Batch shirt from Heroes and Villains. I love the show. I enjoyed them when they appeared in the Clone Wars. I love tech, but I will take them all, and I hope they all do get released. It would be a shame. It would be a shame if they do not put the other ones up for pre-order by the end of the year. Considering that January, the new season starts, it's a perfect time to do that. get people on these old uniforms or old armor because they're gonna change next season. But yeah, like Anthony said, with or without the helmets, it's a tough decision to decide what you're gonna do. And I had for a moment, I was like, maybe I should get 2 of each, but I'm like, no. There's so many other things that you want to get. You don't want to double up on these. So that's where the beauty of 6 scale, swapping things out, changing your display. That's one reason why we do it. We get all the accessories. We can change it out, make something new, separate every time. I'm hoping he'll be here Monday or Tuesday. I cannot wait. This is probably going to be one of my first reviews I've done in a long time. That's how excited I am about this figure and how it turned out. It's beautiful. It's beautiful.
Perfecto mundo. And I want to give a shout out to Joao BIGBREDA. He says, please support all these amazing context creators. And don't forget to hit the like button. Got something at work and couldn't make it, but you are all in good hands. Thank you so much. We are good creators. We're just playing around. But no, thanks, my friend. I know, I understand. Don't worry about it, man. We always talk, so no big deal, sir. Hopefully everything goes well at work. But shout out to you, my friend, as well. Yeah, this figure in particular, I think is even if you haven't seen the show, this is a unique type of thing, right? Yes, it is a trooper and all that, whatever. But just the amount of accessories that this
how do you just quickly dismiss a trooper?
Well, because usually troopers come with the base, a few hands, and a gun and a blaster or whatever. That's it. But this one here, this one comes with a helmet, backpack. You have a bunch of accessories, a head sculpt. I mean, a brand new suit, armor, everything like painted nicely. So this is like another level of, this is something that you really, really appreciate. I mean, look at the arm. Look at this piece here. This is just sick. It's just unique, And yeah, some people, and somebody said in the comment that, they don't like much, this type of version because this is a human-like instead of a cartoon-like. But this is the way they went, and even if you see the head sculpt, it looks like a skinny Tamura Morrison, anyways. So I think they got the likeness good, how he will look skinny or whatever, right? Yeah. So I mean, look at this, man. It's just so clean and sick. I mean,
I was going to say after the way Sideshow introduced their animated line, I'm starting to really prefer, even though I like the animated show, I'm really starting to prefer Hot Toys' take on these because, I mean, the other Sideshows just look so plasticky and fake to me. But
agreed.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
If they were to release the animated version, I wouldn't be interested. I'm sure it'd be great, like a great design. They would do it wonderfully. This is why I like Hot Toys. They do these detailed, realistic sculpts so well at a production level.
Mm-hmm.
That's what initially turned me on to the Clone Wars figures. To be honest, for me anyway. Like if they were animated, I wouldn't buy them. But the fact, because of just the design decision, I'm like, well, wait a minute, because I found it interesting that I was like, oh, cool, they're going to take the likeness of the actor who portrayed them versus, an animated style. Now, sure, if Sideshow can somehow nail that, I think they had a potential gold mine there for their own brand, right? To just unleash the entire Clone Wars animated line. Well, for Hot Toys, I understand why they went with the actor likeness, because it's going to blend with all your other stuff. So I liked it, but man, Sideshow kind of dropped the ball on that one, in my opinion.
Yeah, Sideshow animated figures were not that great. the prototype looked pretty good. It looked promising actually. And if you remember what I said before, I really prefer 2 animated series if it's done right. Again, just me personal preference. And when I saw the actual final product, I was not that impressed. I mean, it felt like it was a downgrade.
Mm.
And being an animated figure, like the likeness is not like a human likeness, so it should be much easier, for them to make. But still, they didn't nail it. So that's why I decided to get them, because I wasn't really sure. Plus, I heard issues with the bodies, which this is a non-issue. But now that we see these type of figures with these head sculpts and like the 501st Battalion, Coruscant Guard, we can Commander Cody, Captain Rex, and all that. It actually looks better, like a real human. Like you can put it together with your collection and blend so nicely, like so perfectly, because it's really from the same universe kind of type of thing. You know what I mean? Like it's not like you have like an animated series or animated look.
Right. That's why I think they went that route, because you can blend everything seamlessly, even if it's not canon. Like sometimes it can be canon if you were to just take, I don't know, somebody from the prequels and mix something from the Clone Wars with them on your display shelf. It would look good. Is the point. Whereas if they were all animated, it would clash.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, but look at this thing here, man. I mean, I'm telling you, every picture that I'm looking at this is just freaking. It's just unique, man. And again, I haven't seen the show at all, and now maybe I'm gonna watch it just because I want to hear, know more about the backstory of these characters. But yeah, this figure is on its way, so I should have it hopefully Monday. And yeah, the boxing review will be done right away too, because this thing is good. You see, that's why I was asking you. Like, you see the shape here. Seems
There
like
you
you
go.
can actually put it. But
it
this
snaps
kit
in.
says that you need to remove it in order to put it. So I don't know. What happened, Joe? I mean, Costa.
Oh, I also thought it snapped in. I thought somebody mentioned that.
Because look at what's the holes for on the side of the helmet. I don't get that part.
Yeah.
It looks like it would slide on like forward or something.
Maybe they did that on purpose, right? Because technically, you're not gonna have a full helmet if you have, those are his ears. So maybe that's the reason why. Maybe you have 2 helmets.
Or do those come out and then you slide them in and then remove the head? I don't know.
Yeah, probably. I don't know.
But
it
we'll
looks.
see soon.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see soon. Yeah, we'll see soon. I mean, it's really good pictures, by the way, by these bloggers. Very clean, very clean.
Yeah.
So yeah, so Echo's on his way. Can't wait to show you guys. I know Costa is gonna be so excited to have that figure in his hand, and probably he's gonna do an amazing review with the Muppet.
Maybe. Maybe.
So what else we got this week? I mean, I know that we got Black Adam last week, and I honestly, I mean, I didn't put any video on it, but we briefly discussed it on yesterday's Brother Custom show, and what are you guys thoughts about Black Adam? The figure itself, like, do you? Me personally, I think the likeness is there, but it's still not 100%. I think it will be improved over time. But what are your thoughts? Anyone?
It's neat. I mean, it's, they used a new body, right? So they made a new body. I don't know if the proportions are, lined up with The Rock, but it's a new body, which is cool. I like that it has, the suit has the see-through, right? So that you can be, the light can come through. It's USB. I mean, Hot Toys is at least innovating. You can't take that away from them. They're always trying to do new things. The likeness is pretty good, but here's the thing. Because we haven't seen the movie, but I think in the movie, The Rock has kind of like some CG over his face to kind of make him look a little alienish or something, right? Like slight, not like a deep fake thing, but you know what I mean? How they'll alter, your face if you're kind of alien look. It doesn't quite. So I'm wondering if that's the case, and that's what Hot Toys is referencing, right? Is how he looks in the movie, because that's what it's all about, right? Movie accuracy. I think it's cool. It's weird that there's 3 SKUs, but
it is so pretty.
Is it 3 or 4?
It's 3.
It's 3. It's the blue, and then the regular version, like without the base.
So you get the regular black like this, and then the deluxe black, and then you get the golden armor, which is just a deluxe on its own.
But the only thing different between the black and the golden is like the shin guards, the belt, and the forearm.
Yeah, slight different colorations in it, and a different base. And then between the standard and deluxe, the standard only gets the 1 head sculpt.
Right.
Deluxe
and
gets
the deluxe
2.
Gets 2.
Right, and then it gets the diorama base versus just that regular hexagon stuff that we always get. The interesting thing, though. Sorry. Well, I was just gonna say it's weird to me that there's a review embargo for this movie, which is really never a good thing. And it's been, they released these figures 3 weeks before it hits the theater. So to me, that's pointing at all the red flags, sort of, right? Because maybe the movie bombed, right? And that's what it sounds like to me. And they're like, well, let's get the figures out. Let's get in some pre-orders, because what if people end up watching it? Then we announce the figure, and they're like, oh, that movie wasn't that great. Now, sure, some people would still get it. And I think they're in a unique position, though, because it's a DC figure, that even if because there's a lot of people out there that even if the movie stinks, they're still going to get the figure so that they can put it with their DC figures for their DCEU. So I don't think it's like necessarily a bad thing, but it's a very weird, the whole situation is a little odd. You would think they would be ready. If the movie comes out like Thursday night or something, then Friday Hot Toys drops the announcement, right? To ride the hype wheel, let's, this is awesome, cool. I want to buy that figure right now. So the situation's a little weird. I don't know. But it's not a bad looking figure.
Yeah,
I think.
Right.
Sorry, Dante, I didn't mean to cut you off. Go.
No, go ahead.
I'm going to be that guy. I think this is one figure that you might want to wait for in art. Because I think the little things, like the proportions of the body, are off. Honestly, I think this looks good. It really does. Like, I don't think you can go wrong. Ultimately, it's a cool looking action figure, right? The head sculpt, I'm okay with the head sculpt. It is off, but I'm all right with it. That being said, I'm kind of interested to see what in art does. And the only thing, 3 SKUs, that's why I was asking before. Could they have thrown in like the black armor pieces, like the belt and the like could have been interchangeable, right? Just throw it in, make 2 SKUs, throw in those with the deluxe. I don't know.
Well, the problem is you don't even know what the main suit is.
Yeah.
Is the golden armor at the end of the movie? Is that what, nobody knows. And then, InArt's doing their showcase next week or so, and they're going to show off theirs before the movie's out anyway, on both sides. So it's kind of like, yeah, let's just wait and see. Kind of approach.
I'm interested because if InArt comes in and tells you, okay, we're going to give you several options like they always do, but one of them is going to be, $700 or $800, and you get both the black and gold version plus 2 head sculpts. It's like, well, in order to get that from Hot Toys, it's about $700. So at that point,
if InArt does one, I just hope it comes with rooted hair.
Eyebrows.
Ears.
Get those rooted eyebrows.
Right, sorry.
No. Do we know
That's
why? I don't know much about this character other than what he looks different in the source material. Do we know why they changed him for the movie? That's neither here nor there, but I'm just curious.
Rock didn't want to wear a toupee, so.
But doesn't he have pointy ears too, like elf ears too?
Yeah, he does.
Like he didn't want to wear that either. Like, okay.
Nope. You don't fuck with the Rock.
Uncomfortable suit? Okay, pointy ears, that's where he draws the line.
He's like, I'm not wearing any padding. They're gonna be my muscles, because that was one of the stipulations in his contract.
Really?
He's like, what you see is gonna be my body. I don't want you. We're not gonna pad me up for any of it. Yeah, he didn't want to wear any of the ears or have hair. I'm sure he can still grow hair. Can't he? He's had hair recently at some point, right? During I don't know. Anyway,
It's fine. We're just curious, yeah.
The 3 SKUs, yeah. Back in the day, DXs were, you got a lot of stuff with the DX. And why couldn't we have interchangeable outfits?
Well, these aren't DXs anymore.
Yeah, I know, it's sad.
I mean, they're not, right?
It's sad. Yeah. So it would have been nice if you did like a true DX. You go back to the DX07, put 2 bodies in there. You know, you have your 2 different, the before and the after. I do believe the blue is when he first awakens, and then by the end, when he becomes, I guess, the anti-hero, kind of the good guy, he has that gold outfit. I like The Rock. I've been going back and forth on whether I'm going to get this, and probably still going to go back and forth until it gets released. I think the figure looks cool. I love Shazam and the comics and as a kid, the animated series from back in the day. Those were some of my favorite shows. So I'm leaning towards getting this right now, but tomorrow I could be like, nah, I don't want to waste my money on it. And there's so many other things, and hoping for some old, OT trilogy Star Wars stuff to come out, or maybe, Padme or Mace, who knows? So that's where I'm at on this one. I'm still flipping and flopping.
Yeah, I can't wait for Inart because they're gonna do this for sure. It's gonna be pricey for sure, but this one doesn't look bad. But I don't know.
I'd say Costco makes a good point though. Like, that's what a lot of people don't say. So kudos, man, because that's really what it is. When there's so many figures coming out, you're like, well, wait a minute. And we're only saying Black Adam right now because that's the topic of discussion, but you can replace that with any figure announcement and be like, well, we're 150 pre-orders behind. We can't get everything, right? And we're still hoping, right, in certain cases, like with Star Wars, like there's still a wave 2 of Attack of the Clones announcements at some point. So when you look at money and you're like, damn, okay. And what if you really thought, well, I like Black Adam, but you could be the kind of guy where you're like, if I get it, I would kind of want to get 2. And then you're like, I'm in at like $800, right? Or even just 1. But, it's hard when there's so much out there to choose already. And plus whatever else is, over the horizon. So it's a tough one. And I agree that, like, these should be like old DXs. They could have done the 2-pack, right? That would have been sick with one really cool diorama base, something else. Couple head sculpts, package that guy up, DX07 style. But those days are gone, man.
This, I think, is where InArt could be competitive also in pricing. We don't have the rooted stuff, so you won't have to like jack up the price having, sheep wool or whatever the hell they use for it. They could be maybe $100 off from Hot Toys. You get a little bit more premium materials. You're really just working on a head sculpt. And if they do add LED function like Hot Toys, I see that InArt could be very, very, very competitive with this figure in pricing, and definitely could surpass, the head sculpt and the body. So definitely probably wait. What's it? It's next week, right? Their whole thing. So there's a bunch of announcements coming. You can hold off on this one. So
yeah, can you imagine, right? Because $360 for a deluxe, or 360 for the golden armor, right? So either way, most people are going to drop to 360. So if InArts drops it for like, I don't know, 420, because they'll put it a little higher. They don't want to under, because I think there's just a level there where they're like, yo, whether we know it or not yet, I feel they have that confidence level where they're like, no, we're not going to go lower than Hot Toys. We're better. I'm just saying, I'm thinking that's what they're thinking, right? So, but they can competitively price it if it's a $40, $60 difference, and it's much, much better because again, right, no rooted hair. They could really, drive it home on something like that.
So think about.
And there's also no. Go ahead, Dante.
Real quick. So think about this. So far, every product that Inner has shown, Joker, Gandalf, Pennywise, Batman, has been very good. I mean, prototypes freaking amazing. I mean, really kind of, no room for us to say, oh, what, the prototype looks really bad and I hope they fix it when it's, Now, Hot Toys, on the other hand, they've been releasing they've been giving us some announcements, and people were saying, oh, well, it's a prototype, headscopes are going to get better, blah, 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 blah. But it shouldn't be that way, I think. If it's a prototype, you put in the best effort possible to show the pictures to people, right? You will do the best of the best to make sure that people, gets attracted and start buying or pre-ordering the figure. So yes, we haven't seen the final products yet from InArt, but at the same time, they've been delivering the prototypes, and that's something that Hot Toys hasn't. And some of them are better than others for sure, but we're gonna have this argument all the time and say, oh yeah, Hot Toys is gonna make it, is gonna improve it later, it's gonna look better, whatever. We shouldn't have that conversation. They should just release the figure or announce the figure and just knock it out of the park from day one. So when you get the figure, you will say, you know what? It's just maybe 5% of the likeness or the from prototype or whatever.
Right.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, I think when we see the Black Adam from InArt, they're probably gonna knock it out of the park from day one, and that's gonna be pretty much a fair game because now you have a prototype from Hot Toys and a prototype from InArt. Go ahead.
It'll be nice to see the production of the Joker because supposedly they're going to show that, so we'll have some hint of at least a cherry picked, pre-production.
Well, they're going to show final product for the Joker, and I think Pennywise.
Right. So we'll see
Gandalf.
We'll see cherry picked, right?
Gandalf.
That's not representative of what customers are actually getting, but still, it's the next step. I'm really looking forward to seeing that. And yeah, Dante, I agree with you. It's best to just put out the best thing at the prototype level. And when they do put out something, or anybody, or always put something at prototype level, and you think it looks off, we
should have those discussions, I feel.
Yeah, no, some people say, "Oh, look, it's just a prototype. Why are you complaining? They're going to fix it." It's like, not necessarily. If nobody complains and they honestly think it looks good, they won't fix it. Why would they put more money into it? That's business, right?
That's
so
business, yeah.
Gently, nicely, don't be an ass, right? But gently, if you don't like the prototype, now's the time to complain. So,
well, this is a good way to gauge too, right? Because I mean, other than Pennywise, we haven't really had a figure that we can compare companies to. Right? One could argue, yeah, you could compare the Joker, but the Hot Toys version's so damn old, right?
Yeah.
That Pennywise is a new release, and then we can look at those, and I'm like, yo, that InArt one is miles better, right? But we're not, unfortunately, for us Star Wars fans, we're not going to see Star Wars figures. I would love to see what InArt could do for just pick a Star Wars character, right, and see right.
Luke Skywalker, for example, right?
Right,
we always argue about the likeness. Can they get it right?
Well, we are going to see this Black Adam, so this is a cool, right? This is even Batman, right? Look at the 2022 Batman. way better, due to my
Yeah.
opinion. So if we see a Black Adam with the new Hot Toy Black Adam, there's another one, and you can compare and be like, wow, okay, they really are really trying to do something like incredible. I hope they stick the landing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
well,
do too.
mhm. Yeah,
No, I
Bester,
was just gonna say I do too.
sorry, go ahead.
That's all I was gonna say. I do too. I
Oh,
agree with Mafia. I
Ditto.
cannot wait to see their production models next week. Oh, the other one other thing I wanted to add when Anthony was talking about, you know, price and in art pricing it higher, there's a psychology behind that with consumers, because we initially we think that you know, something that's a little bit higher priced is better, which isn't necessarily true, because there are the studies that have been done where this product was priced low. People were like, "Oh, I don't want this," and then they price it, you know, a little higher, and people were more drawn to it. Same product, but they were just more drawn to it. So in art pricing it above Hot Toys, giving that a little bit of premium feel, and there's no doubt that they'll probably use a different material for the outfit too. So yeah, there's in art's definitely smart to not price it the same as Hot Toys, but just a little bit above it to give that perception of premium quality, even though it probably will have materials that are a little bit better. So anyway.
yeah, and no, it's a good point too. You know, I was, when I was talking about the prototypes, from Hot Toys, I'm not saying every single one, because obviously it's not the case, right? But we usually have these conversations, right? Of course, certain figures they knock it out of the park, but depending on the character, and they should be more consistent. That's all I'm asking. Just consistency. That's all. Whether they improve it at the end of the day when this final release, we'll have to wait and see. But that's the thing. You shouldn't, right? You shouldn't say, oh, it's going to be fixed at one point, and I'm just gonna. Yes, they have a track record. Yes, they've been a long time, around for a long time. But it's still, I think, for a company that's been this long in the market and know how people will react to this type of prototypes, they should do better in general. Like, generally speaking, for every single figure they announce, that's why InArt is better in terms of the pictures that they've been showing so far. Not the better company, just the prototype pictures, the prototype figures they have so far has been better in terms of no one is complaining about the likeness. No one is saying, oh, the headscope is going to get better when it's finally released. We haven't seen that. Now, what we want to see is if they actually is going to keep that likeness when you get it in hand. So that's why this Joker is the most important figure we're going to scrutinize. And I can tell you, and I said this many times before, it doesn't matter who gets it first. It doesn't matter who puts the review first. You need to watch every single review from every single person. The reason why is because it is a brand new company doing 1/6 scale, and you need to check the quality and make sure that it's consistent. Like, if this person who got a day one put the review right there, whatever, and you see it somebody else who put it and the likeness is off, the red hair is not right, something is broken or whatever, that's what you need to pay attention to. So that's why I think this InArt Joker is going to be a win-win for everyone, whether it's in good or bad. Because if it's bad, good for you, because you didn't order it because you want to see it firsthand, and now you see people, showing you what's wrong. But if it's good, then you're probably going to jump and try to get it, and maybe it's too late, and maybe you're going to pay double. So that's why I think it's going to be interesting to see how they're going to deliver on the Joker.
Well, yeah. I mean, because you're going to review it. I know I'm going to review it. I know there's others that will, because we got it. It's coming. It shouldn't be that far away.
That's true. I mean, I got the sculpted hair.
Oh, see, I got the rooted 2-pack, so I'll be able to at least review that.
And that's perfect, because now people can see how you. That's actually something that people want to see. How are you going to get the figure? How is going to be the packaging? What is the care you need to make to take in for the rooted hair? All those things. I mean, it's going to be it's going to be interesting to see every single review. Me personally, I'm going to watch everything because I want to see how people are getting their figures. But if you see a pattern of everyone getting the product as the prototype, or even a few, maybe, I don't know, 96% from the prototype, still is good. Still is good. So that's going to be interesting to see. All right, so let's jump to the final topic of the night, and let's go planets. So we got Saturn toys, we got Mars toys. Soon we're gonna have Uranus toys, Earth toys, Venus toys, whatever. So
It's all the same.
all the same shit. All right, Costa, I'm gonna start with you, my friend. I didn't have the chance to get this dynamic duo, but is this something that you may want to get, or are you gonna really, or you may pass on this? What are your thoughts on this dynamic duo?
So I do have the Hot Toys versions of these in the closet back there. I have a crap ton of toys back in that closet that I'm just waiting to get some displays put together and put out. Now, for these two, for the price, I think I'm gonna get them because and they're still together I think $245, and that's still a lot of money, but I will bend the crap out of them. I will put them next to the 66 Batmobile that's coming in December, and I will do, I will feel more comfortable doing more dynamic stuff where I have like Robin hopping into the Batmobile or Batman, doing something more dynamic over there. And then I can have the other two just, hanging out front, maybe hanging out with that Joker that Mars Toys is releasing, because I pre-ordered that too. If the figures look like this when they're done too, it's win-win for people who missed out. I mean, these are probably, I know they do a lot of recasting with Mars Toys, or this is Saturn Toys, but we know it's Mars Toys. That they do a lot of recasting. They recast the 89 Joker, and people were excited about that one. But if they look like this, how can you not be excited, especially for $245 for two figures? So
yeah, I think the price is gonna be very decisive. I personally, and I think we discussed this yesterday on Brother Caston's show, and Joel said it, it is very likely that these are Hot Toys head sculpts, and just the body is what Saturn Toys. Likely. I mean, I'm not saying it is 100%, but it may be, or maybe they, use some of the products on top of that Hot Toys head sculpt. I don't know, but for the price, Desi, many people might pull the trigger on this one.
Look, not my thing, right? But if you've got a 66 Batmobile coming and you don't have the original Hot Toys release, there you go. I mean, you could either spend a lot of money trying to go back and get those Hot Toys ones. I understand if you do, but otherwise, here's an option. There you go. Good enough.
Good enough. Yeah.
All I could say, really.
Anthony, do you think Hot Toys is gonna kind of like shut everyone up and say, "Listen, this is a 2.0 here"?
Oh, you think they're gonna drop one?
Oh,
at this point,
I don't think so.
oh.
I mean,
if they reissue the 66 Batmobile, or the 66 Batmobile, then they'll put this out. But I don't think they'll put this out now as a reissue. Sorry, Anthony, I cut you off. Only because them doing that is kind of throwing people to Jazz Inc. And I don't think they want to do that. It's like, hey, you didn't get it. Well, now you can get it and go get the Batmobile. I don't think they want people going to Jazz Inc.
No,
opinion.
they're gonna drop the Batmobile before they drop the new figures.
Yeah,
that's how they would do that, because that's competition for them. They wanna axe Jazz Inc. Like they do. They just do. We've seen it. That's why they're teasing the Batwing. That's why they're bringing out the Vulture. You know, it's why they grabbed put out the DeLorean. Like it's all that. So they will, but you're right. They're not going to just drop the figures yet, I don't think. I think they're going to hit the Batmobile if they do any of this stuff. But with that said, dude, I'm getting these. They're badass, dude. You know, and I know they're just recasts, the Hot Toys versions, but that's fine. I mean, it's all the same accessories, dude. It's the same set. So, you know, but between that, and here's the thing, like I'm on the fence because I really want a 66 Batmobile. But I'm still debating on what I'm going to do with that, whether or not I'm going to hold out, wait for Hot Toys. I don't know if I'm going to go with Jazz Inc. I don't know yet. But what I do know is if I do eventually end up getting the Hot Toys versions, they're just going to chill on their own with like Joker or something. And then these two are going to go in the Batmobile because they're cheap. I could just bend them and mess with them and put them in the car, not worry about, you know what I mean? Do something fun like that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited. I'm getting both of those, and I'm getting the Joker, the A version, right? The first version, that one right there.
So stay with you, dude. Frank Villain, and we were talking about this a few minutes ago about the head sculpts. Do you have any complaints about this head sculpt?
No, and they showed off the video too. I don't know if you saw that, but they did show off a video, and I was like, okay, this is pretty badass. These I also heard are recasts. From somebody.
From what?
From a custom.
That's what I thought, because seriously, because we saw a custom not that long ago that looked really good, but it was way too expensive, and I'm pretty sure they're just ripping off everybody. Essentially, is what they're doing. But
that's not cool. Yeah, unless they pay the guy, that's not cool. But hey,
yeah, I don't know if they. I doubt it. Right? I mean, they're not going to do that. So. Well, what are we to do? Are we going to say, no, I'm not going to buy this? That's tough because I want a Joker. I want Cesar Romero. I like that he's got the dehydrator. It's really cool, and it's amazing that they made 3 versions. I just don't want, again, leading back to like all these other figures that I have plans on picking up. If I could swing it, I would get all 3 versions of this Joker. But ideally, that's not going to work for me, so I made sure I'm getting this one because this is the Joker. Perfect.
Yeah, I mean the head sculpt is just simply fantastic.
3 head sculpts, bro. Like with just this version. It's pretty good.
Insane. I mean, look at that. I mean, the mustache, the smile, the expression on the eyes is just simply insane. They
did a great job painting. They recast it, but if they did recast it, I mean, they did a phenomenal paint job on this. So and that video just sold it. So I got that one, and I got the like Pavarotti clown one.
Okay. Version C.
Version B. It's he was in jail and playing softball or something. I was like, do I really need all 3? But I really, the episode where he's wearing the clown outfit, I love that episode. Debating on what they're calling the skateboard, but it's really the surfboard. Like the movie,
dude.
I know it's way too much. Yeah. For something like that. That's why I didn't get it. And like, how often am I really gonna put the board shorts on and have them on that? Probably not. I'm stoked. The little kid in me who used to run around with a towel around his neck with his brother as Robin is just excited for these to happen. And Penguin and the Riddler too. That was coming out the later that day and showing Penguin and the Riddler, Burgess Meredith. Oh, I cannot wait. I hope they turn out.
And they were teasing, Catwoman and Batgirl too.
Yeah, I'm down for this whole line.
I'll take the whole line. Yeah, dude, I'll take the whole line.
So far, I think the
I'll take
Joker looks the best. It is a good looking figure. It
Yeah.
really is.
It is. It is. It is. You know, I'm looking at the pictures. I'm hearing what you guys are saying. I mean, it's just I don't know, man. I think I have a feeling that Hot Toys is really watching, and you know, I mean, look at
Well,
look at
this is what Hot Toys needs to be doing. You know, I think like no matter whatever deals they have with Disney, cool.
Yeah.
Keep putting out Marvel, keep putting out Star Wars, but maybe they need to like increase their team and start giving us more unique stuff like they used to back in the day, right? Because it's become kind of predictable in that sense, where you're like, oh, like I was so pleased when they showed off RoboCop, right? I was like, oh wow,
Yeah.
freaking RoboCop again, like something out of the norm, right? Just out of that norm that we've been used to right now, which is basically all Disney. Give me other stuff. Give me other movie properties. Give me stuff like this, older TV shows. This is cool, man. This is really exciting.
Who's that?
I'm surprised they don't even have a division, like have a separate division for
Right, for like the
you know,
one-off
for
stuff
the
like
movies.
that, like
Yeah. Get a couple of sculptors on the side and just have that division work. I mean, they could put out a few figures a year. I mean, we're not asking for much, right? We just want, you know, a good little mix in there. So
I think getting sculptors and prototypes done is not the big deal. I think it's getting reliable trained factories, because you're gonna probably need to go to another factory, get them trained, and it's not just the inline workers; it's the QA and the QC guys. Like that's a lot of work. So that's probably where it is, and I'm sure they've expanded since they've started. So that's what my guess is.
So from the panel, who are you guys all gonna get this one?
Oh, yeah.
Or
it's done.
yeah, it's done.
My money's in. Kit Chen's got my money.
Yep, 1/6 kit.
that's you?
No, it's a good figure, but I got a budget, so I'd rather put my.
And this
My
is where
budget
people
was
don't
something
know
else.
either. Sorry, Desi, go ahead.
No, that's it. Go for it.
I was just saying, this is where people don't understand that that's where the mask came from.
Yeah.
They saw with Heath Ledger, that was the homage, you know, the homage to back, you know. People are like, why does he have the Dark Knight mask? I'm like, it came from. So it's cool that they added that. This is a cool outfit too. This is cool, man. This is really cool.
I just saw somebody post that they want the Julie Newmar and Eartha kit. Yes, I want both
do
of
it.
those Catwoman figures. Definitely. Even the third one, but those two, definitely.
If no one else is putting them out, they might as well. Why not? You know, it's a good option. You know,
Yeah.
clearly people are getting it. Why not?
So let's see. How much is this figure?
The Joker was cheap.
Okay, so I'm
Was it
gonna
204?
yeah, let me show you here. All right. So we got the dynamic duo
I believe, yeah, they were 245 or something.
is 245, right? Q2 2023. Cutoff is November 1st. You know what? Maybe I'm gonna order all of them. And we have so we have this version of
That's the surfboard.
Joker surfboard. Okay, so it's 150.
No, that's the board.
That's just
Bob
a
was saying.
surfboard.
That's just the base.
Oh,
Or they're calling it a
that's
skateboard.
the last one.
just
yeah.
the base,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah, so the very
Yeah.
last one is the first Joker.
Okay, so it's how much? 200?
Yeah, it's like 204, 205.
Isn't that price for a third party?
It comes with
I
three
don't think
heads.
so.
It comes with the three heads,
Yes.
right? Yeah.
3 head sculpts and a bunch of accessories. So
That's fair. I think.
yeah.
I think that's fair. Even though they're not paying for a license, I still think that's pretty fair.
Okay, so 205. And what about
And those
this?
are like 150, I believe.
Yeah, this is 128. Yeah.
128. Yeah. For 128, I'm not I had to get that. There's a little nostalgia for this one, so
What about this one here? This one here is 128 too. Oh, wow. Okay, so it's not that bad. I mean, if you want to get all of them, you can technically buy with 250 two figures and then another 250 for another. So you can get for $500 3 figures with multiple head sculpts, right? Technically.
Yep.
So yeah, maybe, I think maybe I'm gonna pull the trigger on those. I think so, sir. I think so.
Well,
Unless
depends on
Hot
if
Toys
you want to continue, because you're getting the Riddler and you're going to get Penguin.
Yeah, if they're gonna get the whole line.
So, yeah, that's why it's like, well, shit.
Yeah, if they're gonna get the whole line, then it's a different story.
And I have that Batmobile coming with, I'm December. I cannot wait till it gets here.
Oh, that's gonna be amazing. But anyway, that's all we got for you guys tonight. Thank you so much, everyone who stayed and on the chat. Thank you for participating. So I'm gonna go around the table and see what's up with my boys. Anthony, thank you so much, my friend, again for stopping by, being with us tonight. Good conversation, good comments as always. What's going on in the Mafia world?
Well, first, obviously, thank you for the invite as always. I don't know. I mean, what is going on, man? Stream tomorrow night, of course. That's going to be a pretty fun one. I got some surprise guests for tomorrow. That'll be cool.
Ooh.
Sunday, I do my follow-up, phone show. Channel members call in. You've seen it, so we're doing that. And, yeah, fun stuff. Did a couple streams yesterday for my birthday. Done an unboxing video and kind of like a top 10, my favorite top 10 figures. That was fun. Other than that, man, just working on it, working out, man, doing our thing, man. Getting close to 4K, so pretty awesome there, man. Yeah. I know, Bobby. So, no, I appreciate it. I appreciate everybody's support, man. It's awesome. So, again, thank you for having me, brother. I appreciate it, brother.
Yeah, really good shows and all that. It's very entertaining. But this one I'm gonna call. I'm gonna call you on Sunday.
That'll be awesome, dude.
Let's make the conversation spicy a little bit.
Let's spice it up.
Spice it up a little bit. Mr. Costa, what's going on in your living room, sir? Thank you for stopping by.
No, thank you for having me. I was excited to come on tonight. So yeah, it's been a pleasure, especially talking with Desi and Anthony. What's going on? I'm filming my tutorial on the Grail case, the one that lights up. Has the base light up, the top light up. I'm working on that. I've got a couple of reviews that I'm working on. I kind of started a live stream on Sundays where I was showcasing people on my Instagram for months, but I decided now to do it on the live stream. So Sunday I showcase people that have made cases and I give tips and then I talk some news. We're not going to have a stream this Sunday because it's my little one's birthday. But next week we'll be back, and I'm going to have a co-host for that one. So stay tuned. And I'm hoping to, on the show also to do kind of like have people on and give me a tour of their collection. Like I'll ask them questions and they'll bring out a figure and we'll discuss it. So that's what I'm doing.
That sounds very interesting, man. Let us know because we definitely want to see that. A lot of people have been making their own cases, and that's a movement right there, my friend. It's definitely better than waiting 20 years for module cases.
Definitely.
And I was this close to cancel it, but I said, you know what? I'm already here. I'm just gonna wait for it, and I'm happy with it, to be honest with you. But if if I could have just canceled it, maybe I would have done it. Mr. Desi, what's going on in your world, sir? Thank you so much again for being with us tonight.
No, of course, man. Thank you for inviting me. It's always an honor. It's great talking with you guys. Great panel here. On my end, I should finally have a video out this coming week after a very long hiatus. It might even be 2 videos. It might be a 2-parter. So I'm looking forward to that. Hopefully before Wednesday, I hope. So that's going to be fun. Other than that, that's about it. Check out the channel. We still have how to dioramas and how to take care of your hot toys. appreciate it. But most importantly, check out all these other guys. Subscribe if you haven't. Putting out great content.
All of you guys are the best. And you guys on the chat and people watching, rewatching this video, thank you so much for the support. We really appreciate it. Whether it's a like or dislike, it means a lot, you know, so thank you.
Yes.
What's going on my channel? Well, you know, I'm back. As you can see, new setup. I'm working on the collection tour video. So it's probably going to be ready by next weekend. Maybe sooner. I don't know. It all depends on how the editing goes, because I pretty much did a lot of recording, a lot of clips. So I need to put them together now and see what makes sense to put and what doesn't make sense to show. So that's the toughest part. But yeah, but what I have right now is the unboxing and review of Boba Fett and the Throne. So check it out. I just kind of trying to stay away from the light box, which I started with. It's been a long time, and I guess when I did this new setup, I got a new lighting, so I think it looks better. But I want your feedback, guys. Please watch it if you can. You know, let me know in the comments if you like the poses, if you like the new lighting, if you like the how it looks, and if anything I should fix or correct. Let me know, because you know your feedback is always much appreciated. But tomorrow I'm gonna put the unboxing and review of Rambo First Blood from 3.0. And if you guys haven't checked my Instagram page, you should check it out and follow me there, on TikTok as well. The pictures are freaking amazing. That figure is really good. And shout out to HAWKWARZ Toys, because he sent me that figure for review, and it's definitely worth it. You need to check it out tomorrow. I'm gonna put the review tomorrow. Echo, as soon as I get it, I'll put the review as well. The collection tour is on production right now, so hopefully, again, by next weekend or maybe before. And that's all I have. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe to all my friend channels here. Follow me on Instagram, Facebook group 6 Skull Media, TikTok. And as always, be well, and see you around in the next video. Good night.